A new year brings lots of new things. And here's all the new and old pieces of everyday tech that I will be using at the start of 2024. Let's start with the one that I've been very excited about lately, and that is the iPhone 15 Pro in black titanium. I kind of feel bad calling this phone a phone because it's more than a phone for me. I got the iPhone 15 Pro solely because of ProRes log. That way I can do my everyday filming with the help of iPhone where it actually makes sense. Not needing to bring my big camera everywhere that I go that I need to film is a big bonus for me. We saw the first snowfall of the winter last night. It wasn't a lot, but it's kind of cold today. Last week, like in December, I was able to easily go out with light little jacket, but now my hands are freezing. Oh, Canada. The reason why log recording is so important for me is because by having log footage, I can make my footage consistent with the rest of my video that is shot with a professional camera. It's safe to say that iPhone 15 Pro is my B camera. And to see this phone get damaged would be a sad day for me. This portion of the video is sponsored by Andar. Andar makes 100% full grain leather products for those who like to stay minimal and organized. Meet my new case. This is called the Aspen case. This is a full grain oil wax leather case that is MagSafe compatible. Personally, I do like pieces that's more of a stylish piece rather than them screaming, I'm a phone case. But hold on, speaking of stylish, we got something else to talk about. The Indie bag. Now, I carry a lot of necessary stuff with me. An SSD, my wallet, my car keys, my phone. These always come with me. And the issue is that keeping these in my pockets is not the best option. And you guys know me, I'm all about making things simple. The Indie bag does really help me stay organized and minimal. I do like that I can easily make this bag part of any outfit. And guess what? Andar does have a good depth when it comes to offering more colors. Of course, choosing the right tech is important, but I also think bringing that tech right into your lifestyle is just as important, and that is where Andar comes in. Andar, thank you for styling my favorite everyday tech carry. There's been some apps that I've been using a lot more lately. Since the release of iPhone 15 Pro, my phone has been part of my life a lot more. Let's talk about my top 3 apps. One of them is Audible. These days, I get antsy sitting and reading a book, so lately I've been choosing to listen to books instead. And with the great camera capabilities of the iPhone 15 Pro, this phone has been my go-to tech for creating. But not gonna lie, it does make me a lazier photographer. I often catch myself using this phone for photos and edit these photos on Lightroom Mobile. I have my own presets in there, and that makes editing really easy for me. And lastly for today, I use the Notes app a lot. I just take a lot of notes throughout the day, and I want something simple and easy to use. iPhone 15 Pro has been great for me. Love the camera, love the action button, but there's something else that I'm testing currently. We'll talk about it soon. Something else that is a significant part of my everyday is my car. Here we have a 2015 Mercedes C300 running a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with a horsepower of 241 and a torque of 273 pound-feet. So personally, a car is important for me. I do like to get on my car every day and be really happy about what I drive, the overall performance and the build quality of the car. I just feel like the pleasure does add up over time. I know cars are not an investment, but paying a little bit extra for the car that you like is worth it in my opinion. Now, I got this car used, so I did have to look around to get the white interior. I really wanted the white leather and I was able to find it, and I got this car back in 2019 and this is a 2015 model. And there is one thing that I really don't like about the car, and that is the interior has a black piano black finish, and it really gets scratched easily, and I'm not a big fan of it. I just wish it was a different finish. I did look at possibly installing another type of finish for this main panel, but the installation process looked very complicated and I really don't want to dig too deep into this car, especially when it comes to electronics and that kind of stuff. Other than that, one thing that I wish the car had was Apple CarPlay. This is a 2015 model, and I think the Apple CarPlay starts from 2016 when it comes to Benz. So at the time, I really didn't think it was that important, and I got the 2015 version, but over time, driving other cars and rentals and using Apple CarPlay with those vehicles, I really see the importance of Apple CarPlay now. I wish it had it, but honestly, no complaints about the car whatsoever. Sometimes there are small problems, like the car had alignment issues 2 times, and that just has to do with external factors like road conditions being really bad in Canada. Because of the alignment issue, I did have to switch out tires quite a few times, so that does of course get costly. For other aspects of the car, I've had nothing to complain about, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm finding it fun to include cars as part of everyday tech. If you do want to see more automotive content, do let me know. But I can't talk about everyday tech without talking about my Apple Watch. You may find this interesting, but I still use the Apple Watch Series 4. This watch was released over 5 years ago. When it comes to tech, it's important to be mindful of what you're getting and evaluating what it is that you need rather than always chasing the latest thing. But tech also has this side. You never know what you need until you've used the thing that you potentially may need. Does that make sense? See, Apple Watch was like that for me. I never thought I would need it. Now I use it for many things, but the fitness app is something that I use every single day. If you do have an Apple Watch, are you more of a list view or a grid view person for your app screen? I do like the grid look personally. Speaking of older stuff, I still use the Apple AirPods Generation 2. And look, it's 2024. I'm still shocked as to how I didn't lose these things. They still sound great, not a lot of connectivity issues. I use it a lot, especially for listening to books. But here's the thing, iPhone 15 is now USB-C, and these AirPods are lightning cable. I hate having extra cables. And by the sounds of it, there will be a new release of AirPods with USB-C in 2024. I will get the new ones as soon as they come out. And what a surprise, while shooting this video, my new couch just arrived. And if you're new to the channel, I'm currently making an office remake series, and a couch upgrade was part of it. Now, since I'm a part of city living, I recently realized the importance of improving air quality in your space. Currently, I'm using Levoit 300 series air purifier. City construction, pollution from the cars, it does really add up, and I kind of realized I really wasn't breathing that well. This air purifier comes with 3 different fan settings as well as a sleep fan setting. It's pretty simple to use, and I run it even in my sleep. And I've been finding myself being less stuffed up and sneezing a lot less. Now let's talk about something that's a lot more fun. In the world of tech, there are things that make you more productive, things that make your work easier for you, but then there are things that just add to overall pleasure of life. This is the all-new PS5 Slim. I've had this console for the past few weeks and I've upgraded from the PS4. I don't have a lot of heavy gaming habits, but I do like to do something fun in between my tasks. After the sofa, the only fundamental thing I need in my space is a new TV. And that is on the way. And it will be something that's gonna match the performance of the PS5 Slim. One thing I have to say though, the PS5 Slim was not an upgrade from the original PS5 console. I waited a long time to get the PS5. And this being a new release, I wish there was more features like better graphics. That would have been exciting, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait for the PS5 Pro for that. Now let's talk about the very tool that makes these videos come to life. A 2021 M1 MacBook Pro. My laptop is the heart of what I do. I've got the 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 16 gigs of RAM, and 512 gigs of SSD storage. My laptop is the center of my entertainment and work life. I edit here, I brainstorm here, I watch videos and movies here. This is one piece of tech that always travels with me whenever I go anywhere. Now, I want to answer a question that most of you have asked me in the comment section. What keyboard do I use? I use ASIO Retro Compact Keyboard. I know, it looks really nice. The battery lasts a long time. It's probably the best looking thing on my desk. But here, I'm gonna be super honest with you. If you are looking to type a lot, this keyboard is really not comfortable to type. But you can't really expect much of a comfort from a retro piece like this. But hey, some things are just gonna work really well and some things are just gonna really inspire you. To give an example to something that works well, I'll use my Samsung SSD. I store lots of files here, I record my iPhone footage on here, and I did attach some magnets to this SSD so that this attaches to my MagSafe case. And lastly, let me talk about my monitor. It does deserve to be on this list. I'm using LG's UD68 model, and this is a 27-inch 4K monitor. The refresh rate is not so great, it's at 60Hz, not the greatest for gaming. Actually, it's pretty bad for gaming, but it does come with a pretty good sRGB coverage at 99%. I have this monitor mounted on a monitor arm. Honestly, these arms are so good. It's great for posture, it's good for viewing angle. If you don't have one, I recommend you get one. Just make sure your monitor supports it. Thank you for watching my everyday tech video, and thank you Andar for sponsoring portion of this video. Links to the phone case and the leather bag will be in the description. And there is something exciting. You get 15% off Andar orders if you use the discount code BA15, and orders over $75 get free shipping. You've seen my everyday tech. Let me know if you would choose to replace anything in one of the categories. And that is it for me today. I'll see you in the next one.